purchase goods for themselves, or they are just
No, want him.
because now that doesn't satisfy also the question you put on table. Because if I want to
You
acquire
want now to
a
determine
pen-
which questions I put on table.
Order.
No, Chair, what you are saying is
Order.
you make it look like the procurement officer is the one who determines which.
No. He's the one I want. Who was the procurement officer? Why do you set yourself questions?
Did you procure yourself?
Yourself.
No,
Who was the procurement officer?
I need to find out.
Sir, don't answer this casually. To taking us for
Chair,
granted.
Mr. Chairman,
You are crossing the border.
Mr.
I do
Chairman,
not know the procurement officer that was there by that time. I can find out and let you know, because I need to be very clear on who was there at that time. I know the current procurement officer is not the one who was there.
but
during
Chair,
the
in the
I
House,
know
we have somebody
you
head
are
of
my
human resource.
brother and a long-time friend. Don't take this committee for granted and stop giving us casual answers. It's the last time I warn you.
Chair, the fact is,
No.
I do not know the
Don't
name.
cross the line by giving us answering casually. Who was the procurement officer, sir?
Chair,
Now, I want a procurement
I
officer.
don't know the name.
You don't know the name? Bring an oath. You know, no, bring. I'm going to cross-examine you on oath. Bring.
I've just got being told the name. Chair, my neighbor here doesn't know, and I asked
No, I'm saying, you see, the reason why you came with all these officers is to aid you. You cannot casually begin to come, please, administer, he's a stubborn witness. I'm going to administer an oath on you, and you begin to answer every question until the end of this session on oath.
Chair, with your indulgence, the fact that he knows the name.
Extended to your aircrafts. These helicopters. I see these 190 flying in police helicopters. Tell us who is entitled to use a police helicopter chopper. I see these MPs here, Sujui, quite often. They land in my area there with the police. It's Segumire. They call him Onunigi, and the man lands a police chopper. So tell us, because this abuse has moved from vehicles to police helicopters. We are going to tackle this one of a plane. It is the next one. But tell us, who is entitled? Because I also want to have a right. Who is entitled to have a police chopper? And what is the procedure? Because I quite often, we have been witnessing around, you call somebody for Nigina. I've seen this, some fellows here, I will not mention who. The man lands a police chopper.
Mr. Chairman, maybe hire them.
Are they for hire so that I know how much I must pay?
Yes.
Is that also under you? Traffic. Who is in charge? NTR. Madam, tell us, Deputy, who is entitled to? Because these are state facilities. There should be a criteria who in Uganda can ride in a police helicopter. Under which emergency?
Mr.
Which
Chairman,
these days, we are going into campaigns. Quite often you will see these, I don't want to mention yellow fellows. Guys, fellow, you call him, he lands in...
But yellow guys have got their own helicopters.
Which one? Police. I see police helicopters. Are they also official motorcade? State motorcade? So, madam, tell us,
Police Eong is around. He can tell us, then I can come in on the issue of payments.
Okay, let us, Commandant of Air, who you said Air what? As if you are going to a tire shop. You know the IGP is properly dressed, the PS is passed properly. These are in uniform. For you, you are saying, those senior six. Anyway, but for the first time. You continue, tell us. Oh, you came in a chopper.
Honorable Chair, sorry about the bad dressing. I am Commandant Police Air Wing. Police helicopters are always hired and chartered by the MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies at a fee. And that fee always termed as non-taxable revenue for the police. That money goes to the consolidated fund, and whatever happened to it, I'm not well versed, but that's the trend.
Now, that's why even these school senior six, what are they called? They also come and hire chopper.
But also, is that the reason why we purchase these choppers? For hire?
It
So
is
that
not.
we can know.
Chair, can I explain
It
that?
is not the reason for the purchase of the helicopters. Helicopters also perform majorly police work. That is air surveillance, patrols, medvac, gas vac, maritime and aeronautical rescues, such and rescue, among the other exercises. So this transportation of MDAs for revenue is an added advantage to either the police or the ministries. But majorly it is to do police work, search and rescue, surveillance, patrol, and police work or transportation with the police officers on duty.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, sir,
Yeah.
I'm the police air commandant. Why do you hire those helicopters to those outgoing senior sixes from us? Secondly, how many helicopters do you have, and at what fee do you hire them? You hire them in Kampala, go to Masaka. Is there a different fee? If I fly in Kampala, I pay this. If I fly in Masaka or Kabale or Arua, I also pay this. How do you charge? I'm not aware that these helicopters are hired.
Okay, the accounting officer wants to address this issue. Okay, can you take?
That you address the issues properly, since this is parliament, so that you get the official answers. But if you start taking on individuals to tell you what they do, then we shall take so long here.
Okay, so now give us.
There is a guidance to what is chargeable when you want to use police facilities, including choppers and boats. And there is a guide that we issue every year, adjustable to inflation, like all non-tax revenue sources. And the commandant has explained that's not our primary objective for having these assets of value, but we extend to MDS on a case-by-case basis. So it's not that we are doing business of hiring choppers to raise revenue. Thank you, Chair.
But Chair, supposing there's an emergency and the chopper is supposed to be used and then it has been hired, what happens in such a situation?
Chair, the choppers are not hired randomly. We manage them and they are within the country. So we also prioritize what takes precedence over the other.
Honorable colleagues, I think part of us why is here is to listen in and notice public concerns. Take the critical. It's your image as you give out a chopper with the police at the end of the day. Now let's talk about this aircraft. You bought an aircraft at a cost of $7.8 million. And this aircraft is called the Plagio P180 Avat 11 Evo. This aircraft, which you bought at that cost $7.8 million dollars is equivalent to how much? It's a lot of money in billions. Get me the figure there. This aircraft, since you bought it in 2019. It has flown for only 117 kilometers since you bought it. Reason, it is incapable of landing on non-tarmacked runways. That is 29 billion. So this aircraft, literally, the auditor says, is literally non-functional. It doesn't do anything, but you are meeting high costs of its maintenance. So the question that arises, with this helicopter, who made the needs assessment? Notice this is the fixed wing. Actually, it's a plane. It's a plane. Who made a needs assessment that will procure a plane for police, which literally cannot land in the vast areas of Uganda? But you spend public money, and the damn stuff is just idle. You are meeting costs. I know the audit here may be intended to sell it, to justify why you want to sell it. Sometimes I know why this appears in the audit report. Because earlier we monitored, I don't know, it was procured by that time. You had intended to sell this aircraft. So you are bringing it here as an audit query for us to say you sell the damn stuff. I'm not taking on auditors. So what's, for us, the question, who in the first instance authorized this procurement?
The assessment of what is required as capabilities for police. And by the time this plane was bought, that was the assessment. However, because it cannot land in untarmacked areas in the country, we had the challenge of using it on an everyday basis. And Chair, it's not true that we are in the process of disposing it off. We are actually making it serviceable so that it can become operational again. Because now we have areas where...
So you are saying it's not operational now?
No, making it serviceable means it can fly, and it's like you having a car at home.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so that's what we are doing now. The disposal was a rumor, and it came on the floor of Parliament. We've been clarifying. It's not what we are planning to do.
But our runways, most of the country, are still maram. So even if you survey, where is it going to land? Apart from the new airport in and Kisoro. Honorable Kuri, I don't want to monopolize this. We are going to make a recommendation.
Honorable Chair,
Chairman.
if you can allow. Because the way the PS...
Actually, for me, I would recommend a disposal of this facility.
Chair, before you recommended disposal, this was an asset. You rightly asked that who made an assessment for the purchase of this aircraft. But the way the PS is casually responding, to him there is no problem to spend 29 billion, and an aircraft moves from 2019 to 2025. Those are 6 years. And if it has moved for 117 kilometers, that means every year it moves 6 kilometers. So if you get the 29 billion and divide it into 6 years, you can divide
every
and
month.
See, yes, divide
Every
into
month.
every month, every week, every day, and every second. How much the country has lost on purchase of a 29 billion aircraft. And to the PS, It is business as usual. For him, he's comfortable.
To move 6 kilometers a year.
A year, 6 kilometers a year. And that is why he tells you we have an aircraft here, where casually. To him, it doesn't matter.
Service it.
So we service it, even if it doesn't work, we have money, we can service it. But he's the same person who cannot even provide a motorcycle to Zimbabwe. We don't have motorcycles, not even a bicycle, not even a wheelbarrow. So for me, I'm very uncomfortable, Honorable Chair, to the PS, for such a matter to casually respond. How many motorcycles would we have bought using this money, the 29 billion? Let him tell us, how many motorcycles would we have bought? So Chair, this cannot be left at this.
Chair, to add on that, from the PS, did you personally go and inspect this aircraft where it is manufactured? Because like my colleague is saying, the vice chairperson, that you ask casually, how do you spend a lot of money on such an aircraft, knowing that the conditions we have in Uganda, you don't allow? Why didn't you buy helicopters? Why did you have to buy a fixed wing aircraft? Why didn't you buy pickups? So that I have many pickups in my district, in Mitiana.
Chair,
just
but
a little one.
We don't want to go. You bought it for what anyway?
Yeah.
What was it bought for?
Chair,
Don't fly locally. Why did you buy it?
Chair, if we are talking of hiring the helicopters and appreciating, you all know depreciation. I don't know what rate has been granted for its depreciation, but it is already wearing down. Why wouldn't this be one of those we would be hiring out there as we look for those who can partake of it? Otherwise, maintenance costs and operational costs for this aircraft, all of us can agree it's running out of hand. Let this thing be parked at the airport there and people, tourists use and so on and so on. Maybe we might recover something.
Even the
Chair,
PS is
small one.
laughing.
Chair.
Because for all intent of public resources.
Chair, is a quick one. What is this aircraft? Chair. No.
Yeah. What's the
Let
sitting
me
capacity?
answer.
The sitting capacity.
14,
14.
including the crew.
Including the what?
The crew.
The crew 14. So the crew is normally how many?
2.
So you bought a damn stuff that literally takes 12 people. 8.
But Chair, government works on the principle of
Who was the head of procurement of this nanny? Who was by that time? Who was the head of procurement? Is he around?
Chair, let me answer that we work on the principle of continuity.
No.
Therefore, you inherit assets and liabilities.
No, there was a procurement officer by that time when this was procured. We want to get this fellow.
Mr. Chairman, let PS answer our questions.
For us,
And I have a CID officer
so
here.
for us, we continue from what is handed over to you, and you continue.
No, but who
We
was
don't
the
work
procurement officer?
retrospectively.
Honorable Chair, the PS should not take us for granted. Accountability is person to holder. When an activity is done, much as you are the PS now, if something was done by somebody else, that person would answer for themselves. So if they ask who was that person by then, you cannot say continuity, we all know. But I mean, they are asking a specific question. If somebody carried out an activity, I mean, you must say, because this is accountability. We are not here to tell us money who is due, sorry, but I mean...
Kaka, let me also give you a parliamentary resolution. Last year, when the report, they stopped us from mentioning procurement officer. We put a name. Even accounting officer, we shall not be reporting and saying accounting officer of so and so. We shall put accounting officer, Mr. so and so. So who is this procurement officer that procured this?
But Chair, with due respect, do procure purchase goods for themselves, or they are just...
No, we want him.
Because now that doesn't satisfy also the question you put on table. Because if I want to
You
acquire...
want now to determine
a pen-
which questions I put on table.
Order.
No, Chair, what you are saying is...
Order.
You make it look like the procurement officer is the one who determines which...
No. He's the one I want. Who was the procurement officer? Why do you set yourself questions.
Did you procure yourself?
Yourself?
No,
Who was the procurement officer?
I need to find out.
Sir, don't answer this casually. To taking us for
Chair,
granted.
Mr. Chairman,
You are crossing the border.
Mr.
I do
Chairman,
not know the procurement officer that was there by that time. I can find out and let you know, because I need to be very clear on who was there at that time. I know the current procurement officer is not the one who was there. during
But
the
Chair,
time.
in the House
I
we
know
have
you
somebody head
you
of
are my
human resource.
brother and a long-time friend. Don't take this committee for granted and stop giving us casual answers. It's the last time I warn you.
Chair, the fact is,
No.
I do not know the
Don't
name.
cross the line by giving us answering casually. Who was the procurement officer, sir?
Chair,
Now, I want a procurement
I
officer.
don't know the name.
You don't know the name? Bring an oath. You know, no, bring. I'm going to cross-examine you on oath. Bring.
I've just got being told the name. Chair, my neighbor here doesn't know, and I asked
No, I'm saying, you see, the reason why you came with all these officers is to aid you. You cannot casually begin to come, please, administer, is a stubborn witness. I'm going to administer an oath on you, and you begin to answer every question until the end of this session on oath.
Chair, with your indulgence, the fact that he knows them, the request that for this one you stay the issue of the oath, and he gives us the name. Just if he happens to behave the same way as we do proceed, at least you put him on oath. But for now, I request that because he has been really, much as he has been up and down, but for now you can. I request that, Chair, I really, with the support of members, Chair, I request that you stay this and he gives us the names. If he happens to behave the same way, we can then put him on oath. That is my request, Chair.
Mr.
Can I
Chairman, you
request-
have already made a ruling.
Chair, you have made a
And I'm
ruling.
surprised that your vice.
Continue to misbehave, I will immediately put you on oath. It doesn't matter how many officers. On this day, Ruiz, I'm also with some authority. Outside here, you'll get me. But now, so let's study.
Told he's actually called Isaac Chaligonza.
Is he around?
I think now he's in Minister of Finance.
You see, this is why we want to go for these people. They create these wastages and are moved to more, do you say, position. Who is Isaac who? CID? CID. Get Isaac Chaligonza today. By end of today. Query wastage of public resources. And from there, I want you to investigate this and give this committee a report in 2 weeks. And you have to give me a report by end of today, how far you have gone with getting that Chaligonza. Is Chaligonza who? He's in the Ministry of Finance.
But Chair, just a small one related with that. You see, at the level of procurement, you are given what to procure. But there is somebody who headed the technical evaluation that came up with the standards of what should be
No,
procured.
we are starting, we are saying this was a clear-cut wastage of public resources. Somebody went, procured a plane, well knowing it will not function. 12-seater. Is it 12 crew? 12 capacity crew, including Nani? Crew members. If it was a fighter jet, we would say it's okay. But for aviation purposes, was it an ambulance? Was it what? And you spent 28 billion. This damn thing has moved 117 kilometers. I think these 117 are just for routine service testing. Because once you have it there, routinely you have to fly it and see it is in better, that means it has not been functional in any way. And the gentleman gets moved to another ministry. And just move like that. Now from here, he will give us the details of who else did what. And it's not an issue I'm letting finishing it up here. After that report, I'll summon another committee. We are going to follow this to the latter. Because elsewhere we've been very hard on other lesser people. But you can't find this kind of wastage of resources. You buy a plane, you say, knowing it cannot. You ask a fundamental, did anybody go to inspect? Because inspection, did you do a proper needs assessment? Did you really need this aircraft? Was it a priority? In a country where you have areas, you can't pay your suppliers. You waste 28 billion, 29 billion, and you are a police force. Now let me now use your stick to hit you. I use your officer to investigate you. No, don't say she will have to do it.
They should not be
They
transferred.
don't do it, they also have no jobs here. If
should not
you
be
cannot
transferred.
investigate this one, I say you are not useful, don't be part of my committee. Or for redeployment, they will send me. They will give me more officers here. Inspection. Now, you know, I'm very reluctant to review certain things. But as a committee, we will look at this canon section. Heavily audited, but because of what I read, I don't want the public to know that some of the you know, somehow along the way we read and say, if we do this one, how will it mean? As a committee, we are going to review the whole of this detailed audit on Canaan. And if need be, during our review of your report, we will have to interact with the head of the Canaan section. Is that okay? I know for what reason I don't want to review it here. It is where the auditor did a good job. Now, can you do 1, 2, 3 these marine vehicles? Eh? Honorable colleagues, can we do the marine? I need to get your opinion.
Mr. Chair, I propose that we move to 2.11.1
About?
on page 36. The closing and the beddings. Because this is more of an administrative. The response is that the budget has remained unfunded.
No, but